Dink, 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 dink. Welcome back to the Jen and Julian podcast.
Sorry.
No, I love it.
Oh, you do? You like my random spurts of excitement?
Yeah. Our intros are they're not like any other podcast intros because
super profesh.
Yeah, no matter how professional we ever could get, our intros will always be that. Anyway, welcome back, guys, to the Jen and Julian podcast, where we talk about the Jen and Julian things, amongst the other things. This week's episode is brought to you by Boll and Branch. Luxurious, beautiful sheets in your bed without giant department store overhead, just for a couple $100. Great sheets, some of the best in the entire world, the best I've ever slept on. Go to Boll and Branch right now, bollandbranch.com, and enter product code Jen and Julian for 20% off. Try it for 30 days. You don't like it? Give it back. Full refund. Other sponsor this week is MeUndies. Why don't you do it right this Valentine's Day?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Get the gift everyone's talking about. Get some MeUndies for him, for her, for whoever. Go to MeUndies.com/JennaJulian. You will get 20% off your order and free shipping. Thank you, MeUndies. Thank you, Boll and Branch.
Thank you, sponsors. We really appreciate the support.
Much appreciated.
Yeah. How was the movies today? Julian went to the movies.
I went to the movies today.
Star Wars today.
Okay, first of all.
No spoilers, though.
Yeah.
Spoil everything.
Well, I don't understand what compels people in like comment sections to just like put spoilers where you can't prepare for them.
Yeah, I hate that.
That's shitty. That's fucking shitty. I don't know why people do that. But then again, I could sit here wondering why the internet is the way it is, at least dark corners of the internet like that. Anyway, I'm not going to spoil it, but the Star Wars, The Force Awakens was absolutely incredible. I had high hopes, and it blew those high hopes out of the water.
Really?
It was amazing. It was amazing. There was something about the way they did it which felt new, improved, 2016, but also so true to its form and its, tradition in a way. The style, the fact that they had all the original actors who they needed, they didn't half-ass a single thing. But at the same time, it is a brand new movie in this day and age. So they somehow merged those two ideas and did it really, really fucking well. And I enjoyed myself very much so. And
Adam Driver.
So Adam Driver is Kylo Ren, for those who know Adam Driver. He's from Girls. He's, what's his name in Girls? Adam.
Yeah.
His name's Adam.
Yeah.
Anyway, we loved him in that show.
He's by far the best, most entertaining character on Girls. It got to the point
not that that's competitive, but
I would only watch Girls to watch Adam, and if there's an episode without Adam,
he kills us. He kills us. He's so funny. He's just got a very interesting persona on screen.
He's the coolest.
And so he's Kylo Ren. So he has a mask on. So he walks out, and the first thing you see him, and I'm like, holy shit! Even if I wanted to, I couldn't mistake that walk for like another person because he's got such a distinctive presence.
Yeah.
Just the way he stands, the way he speaks, his cadence.
Yeah.
I loved him in Star Wars.
Was it difficult to watch him and not think of him?
Well, because every 2 seconds I was like ready to laugh, but because he was making his little Adam face. Yeah. But then it was like, no, wait, it's Star Wars. I'm not supposed to laugh. But he's
not going to whip out a roll of toilet paper and jam it in his mouth real quick.
Yeah. Oh man, I miss him on that show. Anyway, it was a great triumphant return for me to the movie theaters because it's been a couple months. Also, this brand new sweater. And our good buddy Louis Cole gave it to us. Thanks, Louis, for the sweater.
He came over one time. We were hanging out with Gina and Jesse when they were in town.
Yeah.
And he came over to hang out. So he saved our address because I got a package earlier today and it was addressed to Jenna Marbles. Yeah. And I'm like, who has my address?
Yeah.
That's, concerning. Sometimes when you get things at the house, you're like, oh shit, it's about to get real. And it was from Louis, which was really sweet. And Louis, we really appreciate that. That was really nice of you. And your clothing line's really cool, dude.
Really dope. It stands for Live the Adventure. That's his company's, or his clothing line's name. That's his motto.
That's really cool. Did you have fun going to the movies, though? Julian never gets to go to the movies.
I did.
I hate going to the movies.
Just as we had anticipated, since it was a matinee, there was just old people.
Matinee?
And it was like we had the whole theater to ourselves. So it was beautiful.
That's
beautiful
really
time.
Cute. Old people? Like
it was
how
old people. Oh, ancient.
Ancient?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Like relationship goals. Like they're walking around with their canes and holding hands. And
really?
Why, you don't believe me that there was old
with
people?
your penis.
All right.
I don't like going to the movies. Julian's always like, hey, you want to go see this? I'm like, no. It's not, like, unless it's Harry Potter.
Well, see, your Harry Potter is my Star Wars.
Yeah, fair. But there's been plenty of other movies where, like, I really want to see that in the theater. And I'm like, it can wait. I don't see the point anymore. I've lost the, like, I feel like Hollywood and the entertainment industry have taken so many of my dollars and wasted my time with bad movies when you go to see them in the theater and you leave disappointed more often than you leave, like, elated, that I've just given up. And I'm like, you know what? It's not even worth it to go all the way to the theater, buy tickets, sit there without anything else to do except stare at it and watch it and have the experience. Like, unless I know it's going to be a great experience, I'd just rather have it at my house.
You know, I like 85% agree with you, and you know this.
I think Star Wars is a safe bet. Like that's, you know, I would go. I just don't really feel like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I almost all the way agree with you in the sense that, like, I grew up going to the movies, and then I slowly started to realize the progression of, like, the watering down of content. Like, there was just shit everywhere, you know, bad movies and suddenly, like, 9 out of 10 movies you were seeing weren't great, but then one would blow you away. And so it does feel a little bit like, you know, you're getting kind of taken for a ride. The other 15% of me is like, I really just do enjoy every once in a while, not a lot, because it is a task and it is kind of a hassle sometimes, but every once in a while I do just enjoy, no matter what I'm looking at on screen, just going to the movies, you know. Whether it's a stupid rom-com or if it's like an Avengers movie or Star Wars. Like, I want to go to the movies, smell the popcorn, have that experience every once in a while, just because in doses, I really appreciate that experience.
Well, yeah, if you're going to see Star Wars or something big and epic like that.
Even if it's not big and epic.
I get it.
I need my doses.
No, I know, but, like, you know you really want to see it.
Yeah,
I get that. I get having the experience. And I still do. I would say that some of my favorite movies that I will watch and I would go to a movie theater for is the animated kids movies.
Those are incredible.
Because, you know, they're amazing.
Yeah.
We saw, I think that might have been one of the last movies that I saw in a theater, which is embarrassing. I don't even want to say it,
What?
but Baymax.
Oh, yeah, Big Hero 6.
Big Hero 6.
That is the last movie we've seen in theaters.
Is it?
That was
that
like
the last
a year
movie
ago.
that I saw in a movie theater?
I think it was the last time we were in the theater together. Yeah.
I realized that I never.
Should I look up when Big Hero 6 came out? Because we saw it. Yeah, my guess is it was in the holiday season of 2014.
Yeah, that was legitimately, aside from the Smosh movie, I saw that in the theater because I was there for the premiere because I was in it.
November 2014. Over a year ago.
But I don't know though. Can you think of a movie that I've seen in the theater outside of that? Like more recent? That can't possibly be right.
Shane's movie.
Yeah.
No, that was less recent.
Yeah.
That was less
what
recent.
about, did we see, what's the Bradley Cooper when he's a raccoon? What's that movie? I saw that in the theater, didn't I? The action one?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Did we see that in the theater?
I definitely did. So maybe we saw it together. Yeah. We wouldn't have seen it separately. Did you come with me and Mark?
No. I think you saw it twice.
Ah, there it is. Okay, so that was more recent.
When was that?
Let me look.
Because that might have been the last one.
Guardians of the Galaxy was definitely more recent than Big Hero 6.
Everything else, I'm like, fuck it. But I get, like, you know, if it's Jurassic Park or if it's Fast
August
and Furious, like,
2014.
if it's something that you know, yeah. What? Really?
Yeah.
That's so embarrassing. I didn't go to the movies all of 2015.
All of 2015, you didn't go to the movie.
Except for the Smosh premiere.
But that wasn't even really
Fuck it all. But I get it. When somebody's really into it, like, and you want to go see it in the theater, I get it. But, like, I do not, for the life of me, understand people that just love going to the theater unless that's, like, really their hobby.
It's a hobby. That's what it is.
I get that. I don't get, like, the people that just go to see movies. I'm like, why don't you go fucking make some friends?
It's the same thing. The hobby.
No. I disagree. I feel like there are people that like it because they like it. I've had a couple friends like that.
What's the difference between what you're saying?
Because they'll go alone. Like, they like that. Like, they love the whole thing, and they also love movies. Like, they're obsessed with movies.
Okay.
I'm talking about people that just can't come up with a better thing to do on the weekend than go see some shit movie.
Some people just really love theaters.
Get
they
a dog.
love going to the movies.
Go get some friends.
But that's their hobby.
Go
Fuck
see
it.
your
Let them
family.
do what they want.
It's not a hobby, though.
It is absolute. That's the definition of a hobby.
No,
They're choosing to do with their time what makes them happy.
People that just go see shit movies to see shit movies are like the people that go hang out at the mall just to hang out at the mall.
Like he's like, it's like the hate watching version of going to see a movie. Like, they're just sitting there to do it. They're not enjoying it. They're just.
Yeah, I guess.
But people who go hang out at the mall, as annoying as it can be, it's a hobby. They like going out in the mall.
I know, but like, what I'm trying to say is that I used to do that. Like, I used to go see movies because it came out. And I'm like, oh, we should go see that movie. It looks okay. Like, I'll go see it. And then I realized how fucking stupid that is. So I stopped going to shitty movies.
So you're saying like the innate tradition of seeing a movie just because it's out in theaters is stupid.
At this point. Because there's better shit to do.
Yeah. No,
and you can stream it right to your TV at this point.
But I mean,
months later.
As a lot of people do, like doing things old school, like it brings people nostalgia. It makes them happy. Like I used to grow, say someone grew up watching the movies in theaters, and then every Sunday for the rest of their life they want to go do that because it like reminds them I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like people like to do that, and I understand that. That's something I can grasp. Not that I'm like that, but I understand it.
Yeah, of course you can understand it. I just think it's fucking stupid at this point. I'm like, you can't get me out of the house if I can stream it to my TV. What, do I gotta wait a month or two for it?
I agree.
Sounds great. I'm gonna sit right here and fucking wait for it.
I agree in a sense that, in a convenience sense.
Yeah.
It makes more logical sense, but we're not really talking about logic here. We're talking about like what a person like chooses to do to entertain themselves.
But to me, it does have to do with logic, because I'm like, why would you go all the way there, pay all the money to see the fucking movie if you don't know if it's going to be okay, when you could just rent it for way less, sit on your couch and not leave your house?
Okay, well, by that reasoning, I think fishing is stupid. You can just go to the store and buy a fish. By that logic, it's the same logic. You're going to stand on a dock for 2 hours and wait for one little bite when you could just go to the store? What kind of logic is that? It's the same exact thing.
All right, fair enough. It's a hobby.
Yeah, it's a hobby. People want to be doing it. It's something they choose, whatever. It's like it makes them happy in a way that most people don't find that makes them happy.
I just fucking hate going to the movies, man.
I don't love it, but sometimes I really enjoy it,
Yeah,
when I go too long, like I couldn't have gone 2015. I couldn't have gone a whole year. I didn't. It
literally never crossed my mind once. Like if Harry Potter was coming out, yes.
I'm trying to remember the last movie
it's not going to. No.
Yeah, no, I don't love it, but I definitely enjoy it more than you do.
Yeah, I don't like it. I like, when you're doing it and there's lots of people in there, like I get why it's fun, but I like laying on my couch with my dogs. I can make myself my own food, my own snack, my own drink. You can pause it. You can do whatever you want. You can be on your phone. You can talk. You can laugh. You can fucking whatever, and nobody cares. It's fun. I like that.
You never get that. You never get the same popcorn though.
If it sucks,
never.
I don't even eat movie theater popcorn anymore because of the butter.
I know.
So fuck it. Like there's nothing there for me.
Fuck it.
Fuck it all.
Fuck it all.
But like when Harry Potter came out, I was that person. I'm gonna sit and wait in that line for 4 fucking hours with my Nintendo so I can play it in line and hang out and I will sprint into the theater.
Yeah.
I get it when people really want to see a movie.
Yeah.
I don't get I get that it's a hobby, but I don't get the mundane throwing your dollars to go fucking sit in a movie theater and be disappointed weekend after weekend after weekend. Like at that point, what's your hobby doing for you aside from making you frustrated?
It would make Jenna frustrated. It makes that person immensely happy.
Okay. That's fair. Fair enough.
It's not something you have to understand. You just have to understand that other people might.
Yeah, if you're one of those people that goes to the movies every weekend and sees whatever's coming out because you like it, but you're not a film buff, you do it because it's like your
tradition.
Hobby.
Yeah, it's something you want to do.
Please write in the comments with your explanation, because I'm genuinely curious, because it's hard for me to understand, because I'm like, nah, dude, let's go fucking play mini golf or something today. Fuck it.
I don't blame you for not understanding it, because to each his own. Like you don't have to understand why a person gets something out of something they choose to do all the time. Just like someone may not.
I just want to know people like that still exist, because
they do. Oh no, for sure they do. I have friends.
That's what you would do. You would go to the movies.
Oh yeah. Well, in like high school, I had friends, which isn't too long ago in terms of like technology and shit you can get on your phone and stuff. It's not nearly as crazy as it is now, but I had friends in high school that regularly had traditions where they go to the movies all the time, and it wasn't like 3 times a week and shit, like it was just like once, twice, 3 times a month they would make sure they were going to a movie in theaters, because it was tradition. It was something they did regularly. It filled something in their heart to go do that, whether or not it was the easiest way to see that movie or the cheapest or the least crowded, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but I feel like we went to the movies the same way, but that was only because your choices when you're like in middle school or high school, it's the weekend, you have a curfew, like you can't just go and like do whatever as a teenager. So your choices are go to someone's house and hang out, and you're not allowed to have a fucking party, go to the mall and hang out and do nothing and have somebody pick you up and drop you off, or go to the movies. So obviously if it's, nighttime, we're all gonna go to the fucking movies because the mall's closed and like you can't really, I don't want to hang out with your fucking parents all
You're
night.
right. No, you're right.
But I'm asking this question logically because now as an adult, since I have other choices and going to the movies isn't only like your weekend option, am I alone in that? Are there other people that choose not to go to the movies anymore? Because if I was in high school or middle school now, I'd be like, yo, I still want to watch a movie maybe, but let's do it at so-and-so's
If I were to guess right now, I would guess you're in the vast majority.
Because you could go to like Blockbuster and rent it, but that was a whole thing, and
well,
that was a fun
now you
thing.
press a button on your iPhone and it's all solved.
Yeah, and it was a fun, that was a thing. Like you would go to the
movie store, pick out a movie. Yeah, get a snack. Yeah. It's like a step below going to the movie theaters.
Exactly. But now since it's so easy to watch YouTube, TV shows, movies, I'm wondering if you are like in middle school or high school, is that your choice, or do you still go to the movies just as much as say people did in the past? Because I know for a fact that the money in the box office has been dropping significantly. If it's not like some big action franchise or shit that.
For sure.
People are certainly going to the movies less than they did before because they don't have to anymore.
You're absolutely right. Another thing I would say is that it might serve as, in a way like some sort of therapy for people. Like I said the word nostalgia earlier. I know that sounds
hate my family.
Well, no, I know that sounds kind of goofy, and it's not meant to be attack on anyone. It's honest. This is me like speaking honestly. Is like, some people wake up every weekend and play 18 holes of golf. Or some people paint, or some people go on long walks or hike, whatever the fuck it is. Everyone has their own therapy that they do to relieve stress or to, express themselves in a solitary way or with friends. And I think going to the movie theater can serve that for certain people. Especially given that a lot of people grew up going to the movies with their parents.
Yeah, it's not a bad thought.
That, you know what I mean? And that's something holds a special place in their, in their hearts and their memories. And, if I was that way and I really felt strongly about that, I could carve out 2 Sundays a month to go do it because it really just fulfills that. I'm not saying I do, or I'm not saying it's like logical, because we're not talking about logic here, but that's more of just like trying to understand where a person's coming from who directly goes against what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. I don't know how after so many movies, like say you are that person, after so many like cliche, predictable, terrible, like not even good movies, at what point do you wake up and you're like, let's go do it again? Like, I don't fucking get that. I'm like, nah, dude, I'm not coming back here unless I know this is a good movie. Like, I can't stomach watching that many bad movies to watch one mediocre movie.
Oh, the ratio is tough now. You're absolutely right in terms of like the way content is and the way movies are being made, like the strategies that movie studios have now is different.
Yeah, I mean, not that YouTube content, I feel like very much so that YouTube content is the same way. You might have
I was actually just going to say that, yeah.
But here's my argument for that. You might watch, this is how I feel. I think a Vine's a better example.
Yeah.
Because it's so immediate. You have to watch like 15 shitty Vines before you find one that makes you laugh.
Yeah.
Or you have to watch like a lot of YouTube videos before you find one that makes you laugh.
But that's a micro
really
commitment
hard.
And it's free.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's the difference, is that it doesn't cost you $15, $20, $30, depending if you're taking a date or whatever. It's completely fucking free.
Yeah, it's a micro commitment.
I'm more than willing to consume some bad content to find some good content because I don't have to leave. I don't have to move. I can do it whenever I want, and it costs me nothing.
Yeah.
I can't stomach spending all that money on bad movies just because it's my fucking hobby.
Yeah.
At least if you're fishing,
Hey, there are more expensive hobbies.
Dig in the fucking ground for some worms. Invest in one pole. Good. Boom. You're done. Hobby. That's an economical hobby, in my opinion.
Yeah, but hobbies aren't meant to be economical. They're meant to be hobbies. People don't fucking sail boats because it's cheap. And it's fucking
collecting
frugal.
Yachts.
Yeah, it's not like as a hobby is not it's not being a penny saver. It's like you're doing it because it fulfills something inside of you. Golfers, whatever, casual golfers, people who compete in martial arts, whatever it is, like gym membership, nothing, it's not about saving money. If it was about saving money, everyone would sit at home and eat nothing basically.
Fair.
And yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But you can't create a hobby for yourself that's expensive unless you have the money to do so.
Or you arrange it in your life. Now, I'm not saying
I want to collect cars.
I'm not
if
saying.
You don't have the
hold
money
on,
to collect
hold on,
cars,
hold on.
It's not your hobby.
Hold on. Let me say. I'm not saying that anyone can do any hobby. Okay, because collecting cars and yachts and fucking boating and being a golfer, those are luxury things. Like having all that is not something that everyone can have. But going to the movies regularly, whatever regularly means to you, is something that I would say a majority of people can carve out in their budget to do as a hobby. When it comes to hobbies, that's a more manageable one, I would say.
Than a yacht.
Than most, more expensive hobbies.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
I would just rather fucking sit on my couch and not move. That's all.
Well, I have a question, though. Would you rather sit on your couch and not move? Or would you rather go to a crowded movie theater with popcorn you can't eat?
I don't want to smell that popcorn because it does smell good, but I don't want to fucking eat it. I will have a Sprite, though. It's delicious.
Sprite is good.
Sprite's so good.
I haven't had a Sprite in years, man.
Did you get any popcorn when you were at the movie theater?
No.
Why not?
I was kind of hungover.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just drank tea.
You had like 2 drinks last night.
They were like triple shots or something. I don't know. I don't know who poured it. Some fucking crazy asshole. Yeah. I poured it? I honestly should have gotten more sleep. And I'm surprised I didn't because we were laying on Bowl and Branch sheets. And they are so unbelievably comfortable. Luxury sheets. It feels like you're swimming in the ocean on a beautiful pillow cloud or a wave just soothing your entire body all through the night. Bowl and Branch, luxury sheets, luxury bedding for just a few $100. Like, guys, it is a way for you to just up your sleep game. And lately, the little sleep we get means everything. It means everything. Because when you have some sleep, no matter if it's 8 hours, 6 hours, 5 hours, whatever, if you're getting good sleep, you're getting in that REM, baby, it means something.
It's REM.
I like to call it REM.
Because everybody hurts.
Are we just going to say REM songs now? Because later in the day, you start to feel it. And if you had good sleep, you feel it less.
True.
Absolutely.
That is true.
Get a better night's sleep right now, guys. Check it out at Boll and Branch, our sponsor this week, BOLL and Branch. And, give it a look. They have bedding. They have sheets. They actually just sent us this amazing throw.
It's really nice.
Which, it's an action, but a throw is also a blanket, and we use it in the living room now, and it's wonderful.
It's really nice. It's very
The dogs
soft.
love it.
It is next level blanket for us.
It's next level blanket.
Because we usually have like fleeces and stuff, so that one's really nice. Like you can fold it and leave it on the chair, and it looks nice.
Yeah.
And our house doesn't look like a frat house.
No, it doesn't. Nice. The kitchen sometimes does that.
Yeah.
But I don't know when you guys really get that offer, but if you try it 30 days later, you don't like it, you get a full refund. That's something great. You give it a shot. Go to bowlandbranch.com right now and enter Jenna Julian at checkout. You get 20% off of your order. So thank you to Boll and Branch.
Thank you, Boll and Branch.
Also, guys, don't be predictable this year. Don't get a box of chocolates. Come on. You can do better than that. Get the gift everyone's talking about. It's the MeUndies.
You're better than that.
You're better than that.
Your butt is better than that.
Your butt is better than that. MeUndies is made of micromodal fabric, which is twice as soft as cotton. You don't really understand what that means until you put a pair on. You're like, oh shit, I fucking get it. Like they're comfortable as hell. MeUndies has a whole list of designs that will make you just want to get them all. This February month's limited edition design is from the legendary artist Keith Haring. The retro design is inspired by love, making it the perfect.
Wow, I did not know that. That is really cool.
It's very cool. They always have these guest designers come in. None of their underwear looks like any other underwear on the market. And none of it feels like any other
He's a very famous artist. You know who that is?
Keith Haring.
Yeah, he's a cool fucking dude.
I've heard the name.
That's fucking rad.
Very cool. This year, guys.
Cool job, MeUndies.
Cool job. Win Valentine's this year. Win it. Go to MeUndies.com/Jenna Julian. Get free shipping and 20% off of the order that's going to make you the best boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you are to that person you could be this year. Thank you to our sponsors.
Yeah, thank you, sponsors.
Also, order before February 4th in the U.S. to make sure your pair arrives before Valentine's Day.
Good to know.
So you can have it in time for that special night. And fuck chocolates. How sexy do you feel after you eat chocolates? Not sexy.
Not very sexy.
But you feel sexy in MeUndies. Mm-hmm. It's like wearing no underwear, but
They're
better.
They're really soft, dude. They're really soft.
Oh, man, MeUndies. They're so hot right now. Anyway.
Are you glad that you went to the movies today, though?
Absolutely. There's no part of me that... Well, hold on. I woke up and I didn't want to move. Mm-hmm. But once I got into the theater and Star Wars was playing, I was like, I'm happy. Mm-hmm. I'm happy. I would have been more happy if I wasn't hungover. But yeah, that was good. That was good. We just like had a little celebration. We were streaming on Twitch last night, and we got really excited because the stream was finally like reaching its
finally got it
next
going.
level form.
Yeah,
and we had friends over, and we were doing we were playing like a party stream where we were playing like Jackbox games on it. But all four of us were streaming together. It was really fun. It
was really fun.
We had a totally different topic that we were going to talk about this podcast.
We did.
But then we came and sat down and then naturally just...
Fuckery podcast is fuckery.
Talked about the movies. We were going to talk about basically just like what it's like for us living together as two people who, have significant dietary restrictions.
Yeah.
Her being a vegan by choice and me being gluten-free by necessity. But in a sense, we both take it very seriously. And so it's similar.
Yeah, there were a lot of comments like, whenever we post like what we're eating or cooking, like on
which has
channel,
been a lot in my vlogs lately.
Or on my vlog channel recently. Yeah. There were a lot of questions, people being like, because Julian eats a lot of meat, a lot of eggs, that kind of thing. And I eat none of that. You're celiac, and I would say for the most part, I don't eat gluten unless I've been eating a lot of bagels recently.
A lot of bagels because and it's weird because when we cook together, when we cook like a joint meal, right. You never eat gluten. And I rarely eat animal products. Yeah,
so but I'm saying like the only thing that I eat that's not probably is meat eating wheat really is when I'll just eat my fucking bagels. Yeah. Could I easily buy a gluten-free bagel? It would probably be better. So then we could share that.
Most gluten-free bagels have eggs though, so you're looking at
This is true.
Different. Yeah. But it's interesting because a lot of people ask me why I don't go vegan because Jen is vegan and this and that, and I actually, Jen and I were talking about maybe me putting a day of the week as a vegan day for me from now on. But to answer the question, it's very difficult for me to go vegan because, well, a lot of the vegan alternatives to foods, the vegan patties, the vegan fake meat, the vegan all this and that, the vegan bread, that all has wheat in it. Like almost all of the vegan specific like alternative foods, I cannot eat as a celiac. So that is a big disadvantage if I were to go vegan. Also, I feel like I enjoy sushi too much. I enjoy chicken and eggs too much and whatever. It's just something I enjoy. But I would do the one day a week. That's something I would be interested in trying out.
I'd make sure that you were nice and fed. But Julian's right because I really appreciate... As much as I think people that try, let's just say eat a plant-based diet. So if you try and eat a plant-based diet, you're trying to get as many fruits and vegetables in as you can, but you do need, some beans, some rice, some carbs, some protein, or, other things to round out. You can't just be sitting around eating apples all day. Yeah. There are people that do it and they, love their life and go you, but I can't do that. Freely does. Yeah. And Freely, she eats a lot of raw food and she's fucking great at it. I think that's what a lot of people wish or have this romantic idea of I just eat so many fruits and vegetables, but then after your 10th banana you're kind of what, I could kind of go for something hot right now.
Hot banana?
But I mean, as long as you're aspiring to take in fruits and vegetables, I think everybody is in that same mindset as I'd like to be healthier.
For sure.
Maybe you eat meat and other products, but everyone would like to be a little bit healthier. We know that has something to do with eating more produce and less Chex Mix or some shit like that. But in the reality of day-to-day eating, as a vegan, this is why I appreciate YouTubers like Hot for Food, Lauren Toyota. I fucking love her because she'll do those what I ate in a day, vegan. She's vegan. And it'll be like, I woke up at this time, man, I just had some fucking coffee. Here's some shit that I had in my fridge. I don't really know what to eat right now. And she doesn't have it like this big planned out like meal for you.
It's realistic.
It's so fucking real and I appreciate it. And at first I was sort of like, there's sometimes she has like the pre-packaged, like chicken fingers or something. And, at first I was like, oh, you know, I already have those. I know how to make that. You know, of course you can toss them in some sauce or whatever. Yeah. So I would try and look for something else. But then I like really came to appreciate the fact that that is so realistic that as a vegan, you do sometimes rely on those like packaged things or even like Veggie Grill or these restaurants that, serve you vegan things.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you don't want to be eating fucking tofu all the time or like a processed fake chicken or whatever. But like sometimes you do because it's fast and easy and you're just like everybody else. Like sometimes you're in a rush and you just need to eat something quick, you know? Am I going to eat some fucking tofu cream cheese? Hell the fuck yeah, I am. You know, everything is not just all apples all the time and oranges and, you know, fresh produce. Like my shit's bad right now. I don't have the time to go to the grocery store. Fuck it. I'm just going to heat up this thing right now.
We're talking about apples and bagels here.
Realistic,
guys.
you know,
different things.
It's
apples
realistic,
and bagels.
but you're so right. And when you say like it would be slightly more challenging for you, sometimes it would take a lot more prep for you than for me as a vegan because you're also celiac.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, there's not a big crossover.
Yeah, there's just no denying
there would be,
it.
but there's not. Yeah.
You know, like everything that might be really easy to me. Because Julian, I would say, when we go out to eat, has a much more difficult time finding things that he can eat than I do because I don't technically have food allergies aside from like fish, I'd say. Because fish does make me actually throw up.
Yeah.
I don't get like hives that my throat doesn't close. It's not life-threatening. I literally just throw it up. But Julian is like allergic. So it's very difficult.
It's technically not an allergy, but yeah, it's a
disease.
It's a disease, it's a condition. You have an aversion.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you need to ask like what's in the sauce and things like that, like every little thing. Yeah. Because it's not always straightforward. Like something might seem straightforward to me because I don't eat meat or animal products, but at least I'm not having to check in those meat or animal products
for the sake of your health later.
There's also a thickener or a flour or something like that. That's difficult.
Thickener, yeah.
Like there'll be something like black bean soup and I can be like, oh, just please don't put any cheese on there. And I know that it's okay because you've already asked. Yeah. And then Julian will eat it and Julian will get very sick because they fucking threw a bunch of flour in there.
That's literally happened before.
I know it has.
You were there for that.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, it's they're two different beasts, but they're of the same species, I would say. And you know, I get a lot of comments, which do make me happy, like on vlogs and whatnot, saying I'm gluten-free now, or I'm just diagnosed with celiac recently. What do I do? Where do I go? And, you know, my answer, I try to answer as much as I can, but in general, you know, the Celiac Disease Foundation is amazing. I've used them since I first got diagnosed over 8 years ago. But there's ways to navigate now where you are able to implement solutions in real life.
Yeah.
You know, that means going out and being social in the world, not just having to cook all your meals and little tricks and knowledge, everything like that, you know, and there's great communities out there. But, you know, I would say if I were dating someone who just had zero care what they ate, you know, they ate anything and everything, it would be difficult. It would be a lot more difficult than someone who understands and recognizes what it's like to form a diet because of something other than, you know, I want to lose 5 pounds, you know, like a real, like purposeful diet that has benefits that you see and value. So yeah, I mean, would you agree that like the fact that I have to eat a certain way helps because I'm, you know, helps you?
Yeah, 100%. I've had this conversation with a few people recently is that as Americans, you know, depending maybe what your religion is, but as Americans in our culture, nothing is really off limits to us. You know, we have no cultural boundaries in terms of what we should and shouldn't eat. You know, in Judaism, there's a lot of people that keep kosher, or even in Catholicism, Christianity, what is that thing? You don't eat like meat on Fridays or whatever. I can't remember. The point of it is that
there's no filter
as
on
Americans, though, unless you have a specific religion teaching you otherwise, we are not taught like any boundaries in terms of our diet, which is why I think we're all kind of like, nom, 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 nom. You know what I mean? We have no qualms with just eating anything and everything. So it has helped me as an adult to realize that about myself, is that, you know, maybe set boundaries according to what you like or don't like or believe in or you think is right. And it's been very helpful dating someone with a different dietary restriction to help you understand that, hey, I can't eat this because my body physically rejects it. But you can do the same thing because it's really not that difficult.
You're kind of on the same team.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree completely. I think it's kind of a blessing in disguise that we both have different things.
But in terms of having very different diets, I think what people really want to know the most is, you know, A, does it create any problems, or B, how do you do it smoothly without any bumps in the road? And I would say the biggest answer to that is genuinely respecting what the other person eats.
Yeah.
And like helping them and supporting them do that. Because if, you know, you're paleo or you're low carb or you're fucking whatever it is, if you have nobody around you that understands or supports you, it's really isolating and difficult because food is such a big,
you and I have both been in that spot.
It's a big part of our lives. And, you know, this past Thanksgiving and through the holiday season, even in Japan, it was hard for me because I've always been on and off since like 2009, 2010 with being a vegan. And I would always fall back into this, like, I'm not gonna put my needs and wants ahead of everyone else's. So I'm just going to shut my mouth and deal with it. And I finally felt like I have support from my family and from you and from friends that are like, dude, that's what you eat. That's totally fine. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I felt okay being like, I'm not just going to eat whatever because I don't want to open my mouth. Yeah. You know, and finally it was like, nah, dude, this is what I eat. Yeah. And that's like being a celiac is, at least Julian has this like concrete thing to be like, I physically can't fucking eat it. So that was when I was becoming a vegan. It was hard for me in the beginning to say I don't eat that because I don't have a concrete reason why. I do now. Yeah, but I didn't at the time. Yeah. It was like, I just don't want to. Yeah. Like, can you please understand that? Yeah. And people would just fucking rip on me, especially because I lived in Boston. And I feel like they just, at the time, had zero tolerance for it. Yeah. They were like, fuck you, Jenna.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. People, you know, when people are foreign to it, it's the most isolating feeling ever. Right. You know, they think, the first response anyone always gives me when I'm like, oh, I can't eat that, or can't eat gluten. You're going low carb. Cool. You know what I mean? Like they just assume it's like a fad or a diet or whatever. It's never treated seriously. But, you know, it's I'm very proud of you, and you know I'm proud of you in terms of how well you've been doing the vegan this time around. But I'm also proud that you finally you were like, you know what, fuck it, I'm putting myself in the forefront and saying maybe a couple times it's going to be annoying and I might have to be an inconvenience, but I'm doing this for me because this is ultimately how I want to live my life. Right. It's the only way that my body really feels right, honestly. Yeah. But I was just going to say something, and now I fucking forgot. Damn it. Fuck, man. Classic vegan. Shut up. No, in terms of us eating together, what's been really helpful is, yes, both of us need to be open and vocal about what we need and want. But also, like, if Julian is, as a vegan, obviously I don't want to consume any animal products, and I don't consume any animal products. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stand in the kitchen and cry human tears when Julian is cooking his meat. Like, because Julian eats so much fucking meat. And what's important is that, like, you understand and support the other person's diet, even if it's not something that you would personally consume. Like, Julian needs to eat sushi or else he will die, according to Julian. Obviously, he would still stay alive, but, you know, in your life, in your mind right now, you need to eat sushi or else you're going to die, unless you were given another reason not to. It's a very good point. And,
Am I going to sit there and give Julian a lecture about why I think he shouldn't eat that? No. Like, that's for Julian to figure out, and Julian to, if you ever want to not. But other than that, you have to let somebody do what feels right for their body.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Like, if I want to eat a fucking bagel made out of pure gluten, I'm going to do it. Am I going to rub it all over Julian? No.
No. Am I gonna comment on it while she eats it? No, of course not. But obviously there's shitty people in both of our parties that have, given bad images to both parties. Like the vegans who shame people for all sorts of shit. And then the gluten-free people who are idiots is fucking, ruining it for the people like us who just want to live normally, be respectful, but also coexist.
Right. But, I mean, in terms of coexisting, I think whatever your diet or anybody else's diet that you live with, as long as you support each other, like, anything is possible in terms of being able to coexist. Because when we're cooking together, we both usually just come up with a side that we can both eat.
Julian we share the main dish and we each come up with our own.
Well, yeah.
Specific.
Well, no, you'll eat like your chicken. Yeah. I'll eat like whatever, but we can share risotto, like a carb and a vegetable. Yeah. We'll always share together. So that means that we're not making it with milk, butter, eggs, cheese, anything like that. And then when Julian eats his meat, he'll eat his meat. And when I eat something else, I'll eat something else. So
it's a nice balance we got.
But it just boils down to support and caring.
Yeah.
Like, there are people in my most recent vlog that I'm like, I'm a teenager and I want to know if you think it's possible for me to be gluten-free or be vegan or even be a vegetarian. Yeah. Because in a lot of people's homes and families, they come from, traditional parents that cook you meat, potatoes, and fucking vegetables. That's what you fucking eat.
Yeah.
That's your meal.
Yeah.
What do I do? And the answer is unless you're feeding yourself and paying for things yourself, you do need support from people around you.
Yeah.
And even as an adult, you need support from people around you, or else it's a really hard road by yourself.
It's not easy. No, but it's, that's a good point. And once you're able to find the support, whether it's from yourself or other people or both, that's when you can successfully do it.
Yeah. But Julian's not going to make fun of me if I eat gluten, and I'm not going to make fun of you if you eat sushi.
I wouldn't even care if you did. I would eat more sushi.
He would be blacking out from eating sushi, so he wouldn't be able to hear me. But I will. I'm going to get you to go maybe one day a week.
I like that.
And just try it.
I like that. I think I could do that.
Well, I mean,
it's all a matter of dinner.
Yeah, true. And I was gonna make a vlog about it. I'm still going to someday.
Yeah.
But even if you just decided maybe one day, because you love meat and eggs and stuff like that as much as anybody else out there.
Yeah.
If you just decided that one day a week, I'm going to do something because I think, I have a choice. I have a choice maybe not to eat an animal product today. So today is the day I'm just not going to.
Yeah.
If you did that for like one day a week, you could make a significant impact.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
And I think that you'd feel good and I'd make sure you're not hungry.
The impact is great, but it's also, I think, more importantly, is doing something that makes your effect on the industry tangible. Mm-hmm. So that, one day a week that you don't have animal products, you start to actually realize and put into real terms and conceptualize what that means,
right.
For more than just you.
Right.
Yeah. No, I think that's important.
Yeah, I think that's what I was trying to say earlier about Americans is that we're not always conscious consumers. And that's, I feel like the coolest part about being a vegan is that before you buy something, you like have a little bit of a conscience about what you're buying.
Yeah.
Whereas before, when I was not a vegan, you just buy what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
I don't care where it came from or, what it is.
You buy what you're hungry for.
I'm just going to buy it and eat it.
Yeah.
And it just gave me a better perspective to be like, oh, I would like to know some information before I buy this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So even if one day a week you let me feed you, I think it would be fun.
I would love that. Guys, chime in, give us your thoughts on, if you have a situation or you have questions or you have, thoughts about what we said in terms of how diets work, specific to us.
Yeah, or what your situation is in terms of your significant other or your family. Like, what are your different diets and what are your challenges? Because I'm genuinely interested how other people coexist.
Also, make sure to chime in about the movie theater debate because I think it's a good thing to all talk about. I love the community you guys have, though, like on the vlogs, on the podcast. Anytime it's very rare that it gets to be hostile. And I like that. I like that you guys can have discussions because that's what the comment section is for.
Did you ever keep kosher when you were a kid?
No, I was never religious like that.
Yeah.
Never.
I used to work at a Jewish day
I had
camp.
matzah bread once.
Oh my God. It's been pretty good.
It's fucking really good.
Yeah. You mean challah bread?
No, matzah bride is when you make...
matzah bride. I thought you said matzah bread.
No, matzah bride. It's when you like make eggs with... I don't know. It was delicious. A lot of butter though.
I used to work at a Jewish day camp and I had a lot of Jewish friends. And so at the day camp, we would always keep kosher.
Yeah.
It's like pretty awesome.
I mean, I'm down. I just have never done it.
No, I can't keep kosher because I don't eat meat or dairy.
You just drink water.
True.
Gatorade, is that kosher?
True.
Gatorade and water.
I can't remember. I feel like...
And water.
I asked you this the other day, and I asked Gabs this. What? The explanation of keeping kosher, I can't remember 100%, but it's like really beautiful. Something about like you wouldn't consume the mother and the baby at the same time if you were eating like a cow or a chicken.
I'm sure someone will correct you.
And it's really beautiful though that you wouldn't eat the mother and the baby, so you wouldn't drink its milk, and I don't fucking know, but it was really wonderful.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about. That's like, you might be American, but if you were Jewish and that was your religion,
you have some sort
of conscience about what you're consuming. And I feel like I was raised with no conscience, and it's nice to have a conscience.
Yeah, for sure.
And you guys are cool, and I want to know what you think.
You guys are cool.
And your conscience.
You're cool. And you can stay cool all through the night with some Boll and Branch sheets. Go to bollandbranch.com right now. Enter Jenna Julian at checkout for 20% off your new order of wonderfully luxurious but wonderfully affordable sheets. That's bollandbranch.com. Also, MeUndies, guys, win Valentine's Day this year. Go to MeUndies.com. Pick out one of the underwear, from the amazing selection of their underwears, and make your partner, your friend, your pet really, really happy with a new pair of MeUndies.
Make da butt happy.
For Valentine's Day. MeUndies makes da butt happy. That has been proven. Go to MeUndies.com/Jenna Julian for 20% off. You also get free shipping. And if you're in the U.S., order before Februarily 4th to get your order by Valentine's Day. Thank you to our sponsors.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you to you wonderful people for sitting around and listening to us jabber on.
About the movies.
Enough about the movies.
Thank you, Lauren. Anyways. That was cool, though. Yeah. Speaking of which, though, what are we going to eat for dinner tonight?
I'm hungry.
Julian's always so hungry.
I'm trying to have more protein shakes, though. I'm really trying to be good about it because I'm trying to eat more protein.
Another one.
Via protein shakes. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's good for me. I always feel better when I do it. Anyway, we're going to go have another dinner. Wow. See you guys next week. Talk to you guys next week. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great, wonderful, productive, happy week.
Yeah, bye friends.